Okay, guys, I'm back from my Christmas vacation. I know I took a bit longer than I said I was going to do, but it was nice. I took about a month off, but I'm back, and I'm back for a retro review. The retro review that I had planned before I went on my Christmas vacation. Uh, it's a WCW event. It's WCW World War III 1997, which took place on November the 23rd, 1997, from the Palace of Auburn Hills in Auburn Hills, Michigan, or outside of Detroit. It's a 9 match card, which is kind of high for an event like this to have 9 matches on it. But opening contest: Glacier and Ernest Miller versus the Faces of Fear. An average match. Uh, it's an average match. 2.5 stars. Face of Fear win when Glacier knocks Jimmy Hart off the ring apron, but turns around into the Tog and Death Grip. Face of Fear win. Nothing special, nothing horrible, just an average tag match, 2.5 stars. So then we get the WCW World Television Championship match. Saturn versus the Disco Inferno. This is an okay match. It's, again, wasn't anything spectacular. This was actually the Disco Inferno's rematch since losing the television title to Saturn a couple weeks before this. So this is his rematch here. Finish, Disco takes his eyes off everything, goes after the flock, goes for a crossbody, Saturn reverses into the rings of Saturn, retains the title. So then we have the Ultimo Dragon versus Yuji Nagata in what was billed as a grudge match, and stipulation was if the Ultimo Dragon won, he would get 5 minutes in the ring with Sonny Oono. This is a 2.5 star match. Again, nothing special. Nothing bad, nothing special. Yuji Nagata wins after some Dragon goes for a suplex, and Nagata kicks Sonny Oono off the apron, but ends up pinning the Ultimo Dragon and winning the match. So it's a 2.5 star match. Dragon, of course, was working a injured elbow in the storyline. So then we have a WCW World Tag Team Championship match. The Steiner brothers versus Steven Regal and David Taylor. So the Steiner brothers' year-long chase for the WCW Tag titles eventually netted them the WCW Tag Team titles. I think it was on a Nitro right after Fall Brawl or Halloween Havoc, one of the two. They wouldn't hold the titles for that long. They would lose them back to the Outsiders, and then at Super Brawl 98, Scott would, of course, join the NWO, which I will get to eventually. I will get to all the Super Brawls, and I have still to do 95 or the 2001 edition of Super Brawl. I'll get to them. But this is an okay tag match. The Steiner Brothers are here, of course, here managed by Ted DiBiase here. He had been a part of that since Spring Stampede, I believe. Steiner's win with their Bulldog, and that's it. Again, an average tag match. Nothing horrible, nothing bad. 2.5 stars. So then we get a Ravens Rules match. Scotty Riggs versus Raven. A 1-star match. It is Ravens Rules because, as James J. Dillon said, for 7 months, Raven in the storyline had been wrestling without a contract. Now, this brings up a gigantic logic point. If you're wrestling without a contract and you injure somebody, i.e. the storyline of this match is that this match is happening because Raven in a drop toe hold onto a chair the day after Halloween Havoc injured Scotty Riggs' eye, then wouldn't the person injured by this said wrestler working without a contract have a right to sue? I'm just saying. It's one of these weird things when a wrestling company does it that doesn't make any sense. Wrestling without a contract for 7 months is probably, yeah. Of course, obviously, Raven signed the contract because he was given an ultimatum by James J. Dillon. But still, it's an odd little thing. This is a 1-star match at what it is. Raven wins by technical knockout. Wasn't even saying he could win by knockout. He just won by knockout after 3 DDs of Scotty Riggs. I don't know. 1 star. So then we get Steve McMichael versus Alex Wright. Now, this is supposed to be Steve McMichael versus Goldberg, but Steve McMichael had clocked Goldberg with a steel pipe in the back, and Alex Wright is replacing Bill Goldberg. This is a half-star match. It's the worst match on this card. Mongo wins with his Tombstone Piledriver. Goldberg would, of course, face Mongo back at Starrcade 97. You can check that out in my Starrcade 1997 review as part of my Starrcade review series that I did a couple years ago. So, yeah. Nothing to this match, really. Like I said, Mongo won with his Tombstone Piledriver. So then we get the WCW Cruiserweight Championship match. Eddie Guerrero defending against Rey Mysterio Jr. Now, these two guys had the match of the year in 1997 and WCW's greatest Cruiserweight Championship match at Halloween Havoc 1997. That's a 5-star classic that could not be matched. That they came close to in some of their WWE matches, but they didn't quite top that. At least they're one-on-one matches with each other anyway. They came close to topping it when they were teaming with people and other things, and they're straight up like that. It's a 3.5-star match. It's the best actual match on this card. Eddie wins with a frog splash and retains the Cruiserweight Championship. Ray would, of course, go somehow between this and Super Brawl and sold out. Chris Jericho would get the Cruiserweight title, turn heel, injure Rey Mysterio's knee, and Ray would actually go out be out till Bash at the Beach. So then we get a no disqualification, must be a winner match for the WWE United States Championship, as it's Kurt Hennig versus Ric Flair. This is stemming from the fall of Fall Brawl, when Kurt Hennig smashed Ric Flair's face with the steel cage door of War Games into Ric Flair's face, thus ending the Horseman. It's an okay match. It's 3 stars. There's an interesting spot where Flair wraps Hennig's leg in a steel chair and kicks it twice, then puts the figure 4 on, but the U.S. title is right next to Hennig, and Hennig picks it up and just hits Ric Flair in the face, and thus wins, and thus retains the U.S. Championship. 3 stars. So then it's the 1997 World War III 60-man Battle Royal. Winner's going to go to Starrcade, going to go Super Brawl 8 to face the winner of Hogan and Sting at Starrcade 97. This is just a traditional battle royal, but the Giant dominates one ring quickly. It comes down to 10 guys, 5 from WCW, 5 from the NWO. When there's 3 left, Hulk Hogan, the world champion, shows up. And then Sting shows up, but it's clearly not Sting. And of course, the dumb WCW announcers cannot tell that Sting somehow has grown about 3 inches and has gone to 7 feet. I guess putting a Sting mask on, the WCW announcers thought anybody was Sting. Anyway, Scott Hall wins World War III. He goes on to get a title shot at Starrcade at Super Brawl. I was running Scott was Super Brawl, but because of the finish between Starrcade 97, his match got pushed back to Ancestor 98. World War III itself was a 2.5-star battle royal, nothing special. The NWO won 3 of these straight. That's the problem I really always have with the NWO angle, is they won everything. So it was an odd situation. But, yeah, so out of 45 total stars, this gets 20. It's not a horrible show. 20 out of 45 gets it very close. It's around a C plus average, somewhere in there. It's around an average show. But it does have it has a 3.5 and a 3 star, so it brings it a little bit up compared to some WCW pay-per-views. So, yeah. I will be also looking at, I most likely will be reviewing Raw 25 next week. And on the week after a week after Power Rangers Ninja Steel debuts, I'll give you the episode 1 and 2 review of that. And I'll have my Royal Rumble review up probably right around a week after it airs. And I'll give you my Royal Rumble predictions next week. Or maybe later this week. So since I'm back now. So, this will be in my Retro Wrestling Review playlist. If you liked the video, like button down there, subscribe button down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.